All right. Shalom, shalom. First, we must give all praises to the Most High. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Give double honors to the elders and apostles of GREATMILLSTONE, teaching real well. Peace and salutations to those for elect. My name is Abar. Next to me I have
Brother Zaquan.
And we are from the Prophets in Babylon camp. All right. And today we're going to go through, as you see on the screen, the abominable table, man. All right, we're going to go through the dietary laws. All right, going through some of these basic lessons. All right, for you newer Israelites that coming into this fold, man. All right, the Lord gave us law, statutes, commandments, and He even gave us so much more to it. Pretty much, the Lord gave us a way to live, and a part of that way is even a way of what we should eat, man, and how we should eat. All right, how we should conduct ourselves. We have different laws to let us know what's acceptable with YAHAWASHI and what's not, man. All right, and what's not acceptable to the Lord is eating abominable foods, man. All right, which is what this lesson is going into. So abominable food is anything that is unclean. All right, unclean food. That meaning we were not. The Lord then told us not to eat it. If it is unclean, the Lord told us that we are not to eat it because more than likely it is bad for us, man. It will destroy our bodies. All right, like shellfish. You got shellfish out here. People eat shellfish, and because they eat all the shellfish, all the crabs, shrimp, lobster, oysters, and stuff, those animals were created to clean the ocean, and because they eat them all up, the ocean is a disaster. Not to mention Esau put polluting the ocean, got having oil spills and stuff. All right, so when you eat these things, these animals are bottom feeders. All right, when you eat these animals. When you indulge in these creatures, these animals, you are eating what they ate. So you might have a pig on the farm and it eat dead bodies. It might have ate a couple dead animals that died on the farm. All right, with the maggots and everything in it. Okay.
They tear it up too.
Yep, and that pig is not going to die because his body was created to be able to ingest and eat that type of stuff. But you will. All right, you got crab, shrimp, and lobster that clean, and shrimp are just the cockroaches of the sea, man. All right, crabs are crabs and lobster are like the crabs are like the spiders of the sea, and lobsters are like the rats of the sea, man. All right, so when you eating these things, you gotta understand that they're at the bottom of the ocean eating all the pollution and garbage and funk and garbage and feces that the animals drop. You say somebody drop a dead body in the ocean, they'll eat that. That's why you see just a skeleton remains of that animal. So when you eating these animals, you eating these things, man. All right, so there's a reason why the Lord told us we're not supposed to be eating these animals. All right.
And for anybody that likes to eat oysters or any type of clams or anything like that, their main job is honestly to filter out the dirt within water. Mm-hmm. So literally, you could put clams in a dirty tank or clean tank, and you literally see how they filter out and clean out the water. And if you've ever eaten oysters or clams or anything like that before, you know when you crack open the shell, you see that big old black line on it. That's literally a sack full of poop, and people willingly, knowing that that's poop, and they'll still cut open the oyster or whatever, put whatever sauce, whatever they want, and still just eat the poop like it's nothing.
Yeah, or it's the same thing with shrimp. They take off the shell off of the shrimp, and they'll see a line of feces going down the back of the shrimp, and they'll look at you and say, "Oh, I remember when I was young, and my dad came around and he introduced us to these. Cause my dad did a lot of this madness where he introduced us to a lot of these abominable foods, just being a nigga. All right, and he said specifically, well, you see that right there? See that we gotta wash it good. Cause see that right there? That's the shrimp doo doo. And I was like, what the?
Why are we eating this?
We eating this? Hold on.
It's dead, and you still kept the doodle in it. Like why?
You kept eating this? Yeah. Going to show you that Jake is destroyed, man. All right, Jake is destroyed. They have no understanding. They are not seeking YAHAWASHI truth and sincerity, and that's why majority of our people are going to be destroyed, man. All right, but you see on the TV some excuse all the the profanities, but this is the truth, man. If you eating these things, then this is what you are, a gluttonous nigger. All right, baking, you eating baked pig, catfish, roasted pork, stirred possum. Jake out here eating possum, duck, crawfish, bacon, tripe, pork, shrimp, crab, clam, fried squid, calamari, lobster, bloody steak. You're not supposed to be eating these things, man. Bloody liver. You're not supposed to eat anything with blood in it, too, man. All right?
Come on, man. And people, these Israelites out here, some boy, no, let me not say that. Some Jake out here is so foolish, man. I'm from the tribe of Benjamin, and I literally have family in the house that are Benjamites also. And my aunt, literally the other day, she just asked me, "Oh, do you want some fried catfish?" I told her straight up, man, catfish have periods, man. We're not supposed to be eating those fish.
Yeah, periods.
And she just, yeah.
I had no idea like that. Oh, that's crazy.
Catfish is like real deal. Like they have menstrual cycles, and people eat them. Like there's and one another thing too, they have no scales. Those fish are not supposed to be eaten at all.
Yep.
And she was, and literally when I told her you're not supposed to eat that because they have periods, she just sent a laughing emoji. Yeah. And later on that day, I come home, it's a whole bag of crafty crab right there sitting on the table, and they damn sure they just tore it up. So lost, man. I have this right here.
Okay, I was looking for that scripture about the you're not supposed to be eating meat with blood in it. Let me see.
Funny for you. But yeah, man, like all this stuff on here, and now being in this truth, man, I realized so much. When I was younger, I know you see this tripe right here on the screen. My mom used to always get me tripe soup with her. We used to go to this so-called Hispanic restaurant, and they'd have some tripe soup, and she would get that for me all the time, and I would eat it. Now me coming into this truth, knowing what I know now, I'm not going to eat it anymore, obviously. But it just goes to show you, like, coming up from a young age in general, you basically, like you're born into sin already. You're born into this wickedness. So all we know from a young age is eating this wickedness. When I was younger, I used to eat shrimp all the time. I didn't even know that you're not supposed to eat this stuff, man.
Yep. So when you come into this walk, hey, when you come into this truth, when you find out you're an Israelite, man, you got to make changes, man. All right, changes that's made in your life, changes that's made in your surroundings, changes that even made in your diet, man. So you come into this truth, and you're not gonna be eating the same no more, man. All right, you are not going to be, living the same no more. You're not going to be acting the same no more. You're not going to be looking the same no more, man. All right, you come in the truth, you got to grow your beard out. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's different laws and commandments you got to keep. And something like not eating abominable foods is a very easy commandment to keep, man. Okay? Go ahead and grab what you got, though.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. It says, "And the Lord, YAHAWAH, spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever part of the hoof."
Hold on, now he says, speak unto who?
It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel."
So the Lord is speaking specifically to the children of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. All right, the Lord is speaking to you personally and telling you, hey, this is what you can eat, and this is what you cannot eat. Okay, so you are commanded what to eat and commanded what not, or you are commanded what not to eat. All right, go ahead.
It said, "These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth." It says, "Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts shall ye eat."
It says, "Whatsoever is cloven-footed and cheweth the cud, which is grass, or salaki, whatsoever parteth the hoof." So if it has a hoof, it has a part, like a cow. A cow has a part and its hoof. All right, and it's cloven-footed. Cloven-footed meaning, like, if you look at the bottom of a cow's foot, and it's cloven. All right, or you might have say you might have like a bull or something. It's gonna be cloven-footed. All right, meaning the print of the foot is going to be shaped like a clover. All right, it says, "And cheweth the cud." The cud means grass, man. So the animals that cheweth that eats gonna eat. It's out of eating grass. Like you got cows. All right, you got goats, sheeps, lambs. Okay, those animals eat grass. They're not eating other animals. They're not eating dead bodies. They're not eating garbage and feces and poop and everything else, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof.
Hold on, let me get this right real quick. Going to show you another reason why the Lord said for us not to do these things. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Now the word holy means separate. We ain't like everybody else. So what everybody else do, we can't do. Esau can eat all these abominable foods and be fine. We eat them, and you get in there every disease in the book, man. And the Lord is the one that's sending them diseases upon you. It says, the Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. So the Lord chose us to be a special people, man. We ain't like everybody else. Hey, we are better than everybody else, and we got to live like it, man. It says, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord said that he told us to be holy, separate, and above all people upon the face of the earth. So, I mean, we can't be eating this garbage, man. If you holy, if you separate, or if you above all people, you can't be eating the same garbage and doing the same garbage that everybody else is doing, man. All right. Go ahead.
Let me bring this back. It says, in verse 4, it says, nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof. As the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
Because the camel has what they call like muffs. Okay? So, you can't eat, you ain't supposed to be eating no camels, man. All right? That's just an example. The Lord gave you an example. Hey, the camel, though he cheweth the cud, though he chew the cud, or where we at? 4.
4, gone.
It says, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. So, because he don't divide the hoof, hey, you gotta have all 3 characteristics, man. If they don't have it, then they are unclean unto us. We're not supposed to be eating them. If you eat them, that's a sin. All right, and what is sin? Let's grab it. I'm just gonna say it for the sake of time. Sin is a transgression of the law, man. And right now we're reading out of the book of the book of the law, which is really ultimately the whole Bible. The whole Bible is a book of the law. All right, but you have the first 5 books, which are the legitimate book of the law, statutes, commandments. You have the law, statutes, commandments in the first 5 books. All right, but it told us we're not supposed to be eating those things. All right, and by doing that, you are transgressing the law. You are breaking the law, man. That's a sin. All right. Now another part I want to get onto, so I can get off this page, about the bloody liver you see on the screen and the bloody steaks. Genesis chapter 9, verse 4. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, ye shall not eat. So if there's some flesh out there that they bring to you, I don't care if it's chicken, it could be steak, it could be whatever it could be, man. You're not supposed to have blood in your food.
And Jake, every time they go to a restaurant, my mother especially, man, every time they order steak, they'll ask me how you want your steak cooked. I want my steak well done. I don't need no pink inside of it, but ask them how they want it done. Oh, medium rare, or make sure it's a little red on the inside, make sure it's juicy.
Yeah.
They love blood in their steak, man.
Yeah. And that's really a vile thing to do, man, because you're literally eating the life of that creature, okay, by eating his blood, man. You're not supposed to be eating blood, all right. But that's a whole different ball game. Let's go and finish this up. Go ahead.
It says, verse 5, it says, and the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
So these are pretty much different types of rabbits, pretty much. Go ahead.
It says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you.
So the swine, all right, so you got to slow down some. The swine is what? This pork right here, man. This damn pig. All right, roasted pork. You got some of these Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters that take a whole pig and roast it and eat it from the rooter to the tutor. Okay? Going to show you that they're going off, man. And this is why Jake getting all types of diseases, gout, high blood pressure. And Esau, he'll put these things in your community because he knows that, man. He knows that we ain't supposed to be eating these things. Hey, this right here, man. This right here is a brush, a wave brush. Now the only people that really use these is Jake, but they make majority of these brushes with boar bristle, man. You think that's by coincidence or they society? No, it's by design because they want to keep us in sin, man. They want to keep us going. They want to keep us disobeying our Heavenly Father. This right here is a vegan bush, by the way. So it's not no boar bristles. All right? But right here we're reading that the swine is unclean to us. We ain't even supposed to be touching a dead carcass, man. So if you got a boar bristle brush, you're touching part of the carcass of a swine. All right, go ahead, bring that back.
It says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you.
Mm-hmm.
It says, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you.
So we can't eat of their flesh, and we can't touch their carcass. So if it's a dead pig on the side of the road and we're not supposed to touch it, man. Okay, you cannot touch it. If you touch it, you will be unclean. Just like that pig is unclean, man. You're not supposed to be touching no damn pigs, man. All right, no dead pigs or eating them, man. All right, much less eating them. You ain't supposed to eat no bacon, no pork rinds. You ain't supposed to be eating none of that stuff, man. And if you eating it, you gotta catch the stuff up. I remember when we was younger,
chitlins.
My mom would chitlins. My grandma would have us eat chitlins. My mom would have us eat pig feet, and I used to hate pig feet, man. I ain't never eat it. She used to sit in front of me, and that shit would be still sitting there, man. Probably still sitting there to this day. But it's just the whole fact of the matter. This is first of all, it was disgusting. Second of all, it was pig feet, man. Come on.
Literally had the hooves on it and everything. Yep. Still like full pig feet.
Yep. Go ahead.
Disgusting. It says, verse 9. It says, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
So now you about to go into the waters. Now we just went into on the field, or on the land. Now we about to go into the waters. Go ahead.
It says, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So he gave us requirements, and these are 2 requirements that you look for. If you go out fishing or something, you look for these requirements, man. If it has fins and it has scales, okay. Now a catfish has fins. You see this fin right here, but it doesn't have scales. So you got to have both. Okay, you can't have one or the other. They have to have both.
Just a heads up out there. I don't think any brother out here would want to eat a fish that has a menstrual cycle. By the way, it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's something. That's something serious right now.
Disgusting.
But Jake out here, man. Jake out here eating. They eat it because they destroy it for lack of knowledge. All right. So, another thing says fins and scales. You know, you also got like shellfish. Shellfish don't have fins or scales. This lobster doesn't have fins or scales. This shrimp doesn't have fins or scales, man. All right, so you're not supposed to eat these things. The Lord made these clear the descriptions so that you'll know these oysters don't have fins or scales, man.
Connor, you can also tell that these things are supposed to be eaten. Literally, there's some places where people go down and catch lobsters and they actually figure out the ages of them and stuff. Some of these animals are not supposed to be eaten. They eat trash all their life. Some of these animals are over 200 years old. If they didn't come in contact with any human at all, these animals will live for a really long time without dying. All they live off of is trash and literally poop. Literally, that's all they live off of.
Yep. And ultimately, that was what it was created for, man. These animals were created, not created to fill to damn line to fill your stomach up, but to clean the waters, man.
Got animals out here that's over 150 years old, and y'all want to kill them for one single meal, and they're not even supposed to be eaten. That makes no sense.
God, I want to show you that Jake is on their way out, man. If you start eating this garbage, especially after hearing and knowing you're not supposed to be eating, you got Jake. You tell him. I told him 17. You ain't supposed to eat that, right? That's oh yeah, I know, but I love it. All right, what do you then you love death. All right.
I love the Lord at all.
And most of these Jakes, they love death. That's why there is that 2/3 number that's going to be destroyed. All right, go ahead.
In verse 10 it says, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So anything that doesn't have fins and scales in the waters, all right, it's an abomination unto you. Meaning you cannot eat it. It's not meant to be eaten. And if you eat it, you are directly disobeying the law, such commandments of the Lord, man. All right. And especially if you know better, man. All right, if you already know better, Jake, like I said, Jake can tell you, oh, I know, man. I just, I know I ain't supposed to eat it, but I just eat it anyway. Well, then you are going to die, okay? You are deliberately disobeying YAHAWASHI. Because of that, you will die, man.
The Lord knows what He's doing also, man. I'm allergic to shellfish. But me, back when I was in the world, I would know that I'm allergic to it, but I'd be like, oh no, I'll take Benadryl, I'll be fine. Now that I'm in this truth, I realize the Lord has me allergic to that for a reason. That's not supposed to be eaten at all. It's not supposed to be around you.
Yep. Everything ain't meant to go in your mouth, man. All right, you got animals, just because it's an animal don't mean you can eat it. People are here eating rats and bats and cats and everything else, man. Listen, man, all that stuff ain't meant to be eaten, man. All right, there's animals that were created to be eaten, and animals that were created to serve their own purpose, man. All right, go ahead.
In verse 11 it says, they shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination.
So he says, talking about if it doesn't have fins and scales, you can't eat it. It's unclean to you. You cannot eat their flesh, or even touch their carcass. Go ahead.
It says, whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you.
That's right. So the Lord said it over and over again. He said about 3 times right there. Abomination unto you, abomination unto you, abomination, abomination. So the Lord He's literally giving us a fair warning. If you eat these things, hey man. All right, giving us a fair warning. Let me grab this real quick. All right.
Like the brother said, once you know better, you gotta do better. Just because you see all these different jakes out here eating these abominations, don't mean you follow behind them. No work that way.
This is Second Chronicles chapter 15 verse 13. That whosoever will not seek the Lord YAHAWAH, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So the ones that don't seek YAHAWASHI to sincerity gonna be put to death here, man. All right, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So if you want to play games, you want to thank the Lord's peaches and cream, you don't want to serve YAHAWASHI, you're gonna be put to death. All right, so if you want to continue to eat crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster because you feel like it, then be prepared to die. All right, you can't be surprised that the Lord put you to death, or you get sick, or you get, all these different diseases because you eating this madness, especially after you've been warned from it, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
In verse 13 it says, and these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle.
So now we're talking about the birds. And it says the fowls. Now we're talking about the birds that fly in the air. Okay, these are birds you can't eat. All right, so everything with wings ain't meant to be eaten, man. Go ahead.
It says in a ostrich.
I will bring it back some.
It says they are an abomination. The eagle.
So the eagle is unclean, man, because the eagle eats rats, bats, cats, and everything else. You ain't supposed to be eating it, man. It is unclean unto you. All right, go ahead.
It's like if I'm saying this wrong. Ostrich.
Yeah, you said it right.
Ostrich, and the osprey. Verse 14 it says, and the vulture and the kite after his kind.
So you got vultures and stuff out here too, man. You ain't supposed to be eating no vultures, because you see what vultures eat. You see you ride past down the stroll, they eat roadkill, man.
Anything dead, they flying over it, they gonna eat it.
Yeah.
It could be a vulture dead itself, they gonna eat it too.
And what happened? You always smell it first. You'll be riding on the road. What's that smell? What's that smell? And you already smelled that dead animal, and the vultures over there eating it, man. So if you eating that vulture, you eating what that vulture just ate, man. I saw this article about in one of these cities, there was these vultures that was eating all this dead flesh, and they was throwing up all over the buildings, and it would leave this foul, disgusting smell and tear up the buildings, man. Or just from the vultures throwing up. So imagine if you eating that throw up and that vulture, man. That's disgusting. Go ahead.
It says, verse 15, it says, every raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cacao, and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gear eagle, and the stork, and the heron, after her kind, and a lapwing, and the bat.
All right, so it's going into a bunch of different animals that have wings, the fowls of the air, that you're not supposed to be eating, man. All right, it was a video that came out of these damn jakes. These jakes on the social media, and they actually do like live videos of them eating the craziest foods or some crazy foods just to get likes up, man. All right, people go in there and bet them, say eat this and eat that, and they'll go eat it. And the jake was on there eating a rat, a mice, and he ate a bat, man. All right, so.
Literally going against the Most High's words.
That's why you see a lot of Jake going to get put to death out here, man. When they get put to death in massive numbers, in great numbers, we're not gonna be surprised. We're not gonna be blown. We're not gonna be shocked and damn confused. We gonna know what's up, man. All right. Sit on that. Go ahead and read some more.
Yeah, Con. In verse 20 it says, "All the fowls that creep, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind."
So you can't eat no flying roaches, man. Or you can't eat no sea roaches, man. This is a sea roach. These shrimp right here, these are sea roaches, man. Okay.
They look like them too. Verse 23 it says, "But all the other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you, and for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof and is not cloven-footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one that toucheth them shall be unclean."
So by eating or even touching these animals, that make you unclean as well, man. All right, now you got to go, take some time from the congregation and cleanse yourself, man. We in the time where you should be trying to get close and close to YAHAWASHI, and eating these animals, eating these foods, which are not really even foods. It's going to bring you farther and farther away from the Lord, man.
This should be the least things you're doing.
That's
man.
right. And what you're doing, you are defiling your temple, man. All right, by doing this, this is a part of defiling your temple. Go ahead.
And it says, "And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go."
It said, "Whatsoever go upon his paws." What have paws, man? You got these Chinese people. You go in these Chinese stores, these Chinese restaurants. They feeding your cat and dog, man. Cat, dog. All right, so you gotta start going to these Chinese places, man. I started going to them a long time ago, man. If I want Chinese food, I either make it myself or I just don't eat it, man. I just don't eat it. All right, I'll go like to a high end Asian spot, or whatever, where they cook it right in front of you, and I know that's chicken. I'm looking at it, I could tell it's chicken. You know what I'm saying? When they bring it cooking in front of you raw, where you could look at it and say, okay, that's chicken right there. But if it's all fried up and stuff and already ready to go, you don't know what you're eating, man. All right.
It says, let me bring it back. It says, "And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso toucheth their carcass shall be unclean until the even. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. They are unclean unto you." It says, "These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole."
So he tell you more animals that ain't meant to be eaten, man. So if you starving on the brink of death and you go find a damn lizard or a ferret or a tortoise, a mouse, and you eat it, You going off, man. The Lord gonna cause you to get put to death. All right, because if you would have waited for the Lord a little longer, he would have had something better for you, man. It might have been a nice turkey passing by. All right, a nice deer.
Now you choking on some poisonous thing you just ate. It makes no sense. In verse 31 it says, "These are unclean unto you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the even. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or remnant, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed."
Jump down to verse 41.
Verse 41, "And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination, it shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever hath more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I am the Lord YAHAWASHI, your power. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth."
Bring that last part back.
"For I am holy, neither shall ye defile yourselves."
The Lord said, "And ye shall be holy, for I am holy." And that word we brought out, that word holy means separate, man. So our Lord is separate, and we should be separate, man. We shouldn't be out here just eating anything because it tastes good, man. Just because it tastes good don't mean it's good for you. All right, go ahead.
It says, "And ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Lord your power, that bringeth you up of the land of Egypt to be your power. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten." It's as simple as that. The Lord literally made out these verses in these scriptures telling you what to eat and what not to eat. So it should not be rocket science on what you should eat and what we should not eat. Literally, things were listed out on what you should eat and what should not eat. Like I said before in one of our brother's recent classes, either the Lord's going to tell you what to do in these scriptures, and you can see it in these scriptures, or you're going to see it happen in real life in front of you, but by the time you realize what's happening, it might not be so good. All right?
Yep.
So, it's as simple as that. Don't get no easier than that.
Yeah, we in that time where you can't be playing stupid, man. Playing stupid to get you killed. Go ahead and read that right there.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20.
See, because what Esau does, Esau's very crafty, man. They want to stop us from being a nation. Let me grab this real quick. Because Esau's very crafty, man, and he knows how to, help Jake destroy themselves, man. All right. This is Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. "Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head." A tumult is a cunningly devised scheme against somebody, man. All right, and it says thine enemies, the enemies of Israel, is anybody who is not an Israelite, man. The first and foremost, the Edomites, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Africans, the Arabs. Hey, man, they ain't a part of this 12 tribes star. If they ain't a part of Israel, then they are heathen, man, and they are our enemies. It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones, and have said, Let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." So they want to destroy us from being a nation, man. They want to make the name of Israel no more in remembrance. Going to show you that, hey, these people are trying to destroy us, man. So by trying to destroy us, what do? They put certain foods in our neighborhoods, drugs and alcohol and guns in our neighborhoods for us to destroy ourselves, man. And if you fall for the okie doke, then you gonna get poked, man.
They know most of this stuff will make Jake very, very prideful, and it started to get them turn on one another. You know, like you said, you put all these guns and all these different stuff in the ghettos where the real Jews are supposed to reside, and they know exactly what's gonna happen. You put a whole bunch of guns at the gun store right up the street from a whole hood. You best believe almost every so-called gangster from that whole hood, they gonna go up there and try to buy them a strap. Yeah. Now they ready to point that strap at any single Jake that walk up to them or to look at them funny.
Yeah, and you also got it's well-known news and documented. All right, everybody talk about it, how you go into some of these hoods like in Chicago, Chirac and stuff, which is pretty much just an experiment. Okay, so it's a project. And if it's a project, then that means somebody's taking notes on it. All right, but what they'll do is they'll go to these neighborhoods and they'll drop off a big old crate of guns in a dark alley somewhere. All right, so Jake come and pick up all those guns and stuff, not realizing that all that stuff is being used for them to destroy each other, man. And that's what they do. They destroy each other. They ain't gonna take up them guns and go for the Ku Klux Klan. They go for their damn brother and sister, man. All right, go ahead. What you got?
It's the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20. It says, "Now therefore."
So, like it says for verse 5, Psalm 83, verse 5. "For they have consulted together with one consent; they are confederate against thee." So they all coming against us, man. They don't agree on everything, but they all agree on keeping us in bondage, man. And the first one, it says the tabernacles of Edom. So Esau is the main one. Then you got Moab, you got Ammon, Ishmael, Tyre, Asir, all these heathens, man. All right, but go ahead, bring that back.
Come on. It's the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20. It says, "Now therefore, my power and governor, if there be any error against this people."
So this right here is a general that's talking to the governor as they passing by the Israelites, and they see them and they say, "Oh, you know, we should go take over these people. We should go down here and make war against people." And this is what one of his men informed him about when dealing with the nation of Israel. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "And they sin against their power."
Bring it back some.
"If there be any error against this people."
So any error against this people, meaning if they sin off in any way, going against their power in any way, they're in error. Okay, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, their power. Notice it said there. It didn't say the. It didn't say our. It said there. Okay, because these other nations know that our Lord is not their Lord, man. Our power is not their power. Now they were created by our power, but they can't come worship and praise they can't call upon our power like we can. All right, go ahead.
It says, "Let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them."
So that's what they do. That's why they put this stuff in your neighborhood. That's why they use their witchcraft to get you to be damn niggas and act like niggas, because they know that if you're doing that, then they'll have power to take over us, man. They will have power to destroy us. They will have power to completely do away with the nation of Israel. And that's what you've been seeing happening over and over again. That's why they're getting gunned down in the streets, getting brutally beat to death. All right, because they are disobeying our Lord, and the Lord has given them, these Edomites, power to judge them, man. All right, these Edomites is the Most High sword, man. And the scripture says what? That they do not bear the sword in vain, man. So they don't walk around with them guns on their hips for no reason. All right, they plan on using them, and they can't wait to use them on one of you jakes. Go ahead.
It says, "But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my power now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world."
Just like Pharaoh in Egypt did, man. They became a reproach when they came against us, and the Lord had Moses part that sea and then close them up in it, man. All right, but so if there be no iniquity is sin added upon sin in their nation. I mean, we ain't going off, we ain't been wicked, we ain't been niggas. Let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them. So if we all right, if we come out of eating crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster and being niggas, and we seek YAHAWASHI, hey, the Lord will defend us, man. Scripture say that, hey, if all Israel was to turn to the east right now and pray into our power, he would come immediately, man. But you got 2/3 Jakes that would rather go to Mr. Crab and call you crazy and stay in captivity, which is why the majority of these Jakes got to be destroyed, man. They got to be destroyed. They're too far gone, and this is what we're seeing, and this is what Esau knows. Is why he does certain tactics that he do against us, man. All right, sit on that.
Con.
All right, so that was that, man. That was this dietary laws why you can't eat these foods. If you decide to eat these foods after watching this video, you got some issues, and the Lord is going to destroy you. All right. With that being said, we're gonna say call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Say shalom.
Shalom.